Hello everybody. So today we start continuation of Java source structure. Today we wait a minute. Hmm, I join it. Uh, hmm. Today in the continuation of Java source file structure we talk about import related things. First of all, simply think कि I take up one class. I take one class name with array list. One class name with array. One class name with any name you want. Think I name test. I take a name test. Then if I run that, see, I example. Wait a minute. Hmm, see that. Uh, hmm, hmm, hmm. I take a class high, and in that class I take a array list. Look, wait a minute. First I have to take main method also. Public static void main string args. Okay, as you see, I take that name and I compile it. Then you see that all thing after onward. Wait a minute. Save that. I run it. Then you see that all thing. See what error is coming. Oh wait a minute. Semicolon. I know. See it's saying array list. It cannot find that array list. Here class array list. It's showing error. The class array list cannot find because wait a minute. Hmm. When we compile the high class, the error is coming. The class compile time error. What compile time error is coming? It cannot find a symbol. Find a symbol. ठीक like class array list. This type of error is coming in location class test. First of all, why? Because that class is not available to them. Because of that, this error is coming. You don't know where is that class, in which location it's will. So you will say why he's saying the array list is in class. He's on array list is in class. How we know? Another thing also, variable also. Yeah, you are right. Uh, Yes, you are right. A compiler is innocent person. Because he's seeing a new keyword with something and he not know, because as we know with new keyword only the class name will become. So he's saying the relation class. If you use directly, he's saying compile time error saying symbol variable array list. Okay, so uh, so we have to provide some information to them, like you are going coaching for something. Normally any person ask about a coaching where the best Java coaching is available. So someone say their Ravi classes, there the best Java is available. So you say here Ravi classes, but after that you say where is that? That person say, you know, he doesn't know about where is that class. So he say that class in uh, Haryana. So it's a uh, in Hisar. Where is Hisar? Hisar, it's a Haryana. So he doesn't know or that. So he say where is Haryana? So we have to provide the information like that. World. Wait a minute. World Asia dot India dot Haryana dot Hisar. Like that information we have to provide in that Ravi class. In like that information we provided, he doesn't ask any question. He doesn't uh, say any exception. He directly know all think about that. Where is that? He not arise any exception. But as we see in that class, we take array list, and he doesn't know where is this array list is available. So for that we have to provide information in which where that array list is available. He doesn't know. For so we can solve that problem by providing this is, what is this? First of all, this is fully qualified name because it contains full information. Where is that at, where is that Ravi classes? It contains full qualified. No one raise any exception. So it is fully qualified name. So we for like that I take a class high in that I take array list. He doesn't know where is that array list is available. So we can solve that problem by providing a array list with fully qualified information like Java dot array list is available in util package. Okay, Java dot util dot array list, like that we have to provide. There's one Java package. In that Java package there is one util package. In util package that class is available. So we have to provide a fully qualified information like that. So he know where is that file. So he will import from that file easily. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. See that array list. I add fully qualified information. Then I compile that. Then I run. First I save that file. Wait. See, no error is coming. It's compiled fine. When we provide fully qualified, he know where is that class is a label. Using that fully qualified information, that class is available to the that source file. He know where is that file, it's a label or not. The compiler know that, so he compile the code file. In he compile our code. So there is also one problem to take this thing. See, we all time when we have to uh, uh, run any class, मतलब have to use any class or make any object, anything we want. So we have to provide full qualified information all time. So what happened all time, like we take a name, Supraprat, Sachin, Tendulkar, Singh, as a like big name we take. So here, because of that, the code length will increase. All time we have to take this name, this. So uh, because of that, our actual information, like I want to show the make array list, but because of the big name, the actual information is छुप जाती है एक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन, मतलब हाइड हो जाती है। तो इस कारण क्या होता है, रीडेबिलिटी में प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है, लेंथ ऑफ कोड इंक्रीज हो जाता है। ठीक है, each time every time we use this, so we can solve that problem by using import by using import keyword. We have to, there is one keyword in Java name with import. We have to write import, then after write we have to write this fully called information about. After that we that class will we have to write only once. After importing that array list into that class, we can call this array list by short name, like that. See as example, I think I have to show it. So we not have to provide this full name. We import, by using import we can import once and we can use it by using short name. We not have to provide this name full. If we use import, I write import. As you see, I take this one time. I have to write, we have to write import keyword, then after we have to write this fully qualified function where is this array list is available, and after I directly use this array list by using this short name array list. So uh, hmm, wait a minute, I will see that code compile fine. That the time I compile, see code compile fine, and I use import java.util.arraylist. There's no problem with that. I zoom it, see that code compile fine. There's no problem. If we can use by using short name. So I have to write thing. One another thing, when we write a import statement, uh, we not have to write a fully qualified information all time. We can call it by short name directly, and this import statement act import statement as typing shortcut. Okay, so the in this import we have to learn so many things. There's two type of import. Two simple import. I have to cover that. The two import. First one is explicit import. If one is explicit, another is implicit. Okay, explicit import and implicit import. Okay, okay. What will be happen in explicit import? See, I write import import statement. Import statement for java dot hotel dot array list. I write. So this is example. See that in implicit, what will be the difference between it? See, in explicit, in a util package, this array list is available. It only import that array list. It only import that array list to the our program. But when we use star symbol, it import all the classes and interface present in that util package to that class. So which one is recommended? uh, which one is recommended? Think. So recommended is explicit, because in implicit, readability, maintainability, and uh, timing, it takes so much. मतलब readability and maintainability of code will down if we use this. If we have a 150 Java file, we can Java class we want to import, so it's always recommended to use explicit only, because implicit, there is one problem like that. See, if I have 150 classes, or I use mala I have import java.util.star. Think in that class, in that package 150 classes and interface. So each time, uh, wait a minute, take it. I take one package, import java.util, and another packet I take, import java.io.star. I import these two packages, but see what is the problem with that. It contain, think it contain n number class like 100, it contains 200. So I use array list, then each time it go and search, like our boss say you have to see from which packet, मतलब you have to maintain and मतलब maintain the code and see all things. And so first of all, I see where is this class is coming from. uh, so I go in java.util package, import 100 files. So we have to see on an 100 file where is that file, and if it is not there we have to say another 200 file. So it take 30 minutes, like any minutes it take. So because of that readability, readability of the code will be down, and uh, readability of the code will down. Okay, because of that problem it's not recommended to use that, because in maintaining we have also faced so many problems. Okay, so it's highly recommended to implicit only. So one thing I have to know. So I'll ask one question. What is the precedence we follow in import? First one, you know that in import, if we have 5236 import statement, so which import? The one default. hmm, which import will take? First one, explicit import. First, when compiler search, first it search in explicit class import, and then it search in class in a current package, मतलब करंट पैकेज में चेक करेगा. करंट पैकेज में चेक करेगा. देन it check whether this class present in implicit. This precedence is followed by import. If like that, first of all, one thing you know, if I take two import, like import java.util dot star, and I take one import java.sql dot star, and I take one class, name it test, and then I take a public statement, simple. See, I take a main function in that. In that I take a one date class. So compiler says where is date class. He goes to import java.util. He there's a date class. So he says date class is coming from util package. Then he made the object of that class. But think, uh, when I call the compiler and say why you call the date class of util package only, because date is one class that level util package also SQL package, and I say why you call the uh, util package. I give left I slap to that compiler and say why you take, because I not say you take util package. a date class. I wanted SQL date class. So okay. So he another time comment he's saying SQL dot. He take SQL class, SQL date class. So I say come compiler come. So I say why you take SQL dot class? You because last time you say I want to take SQL date class. Who say to you okay, I always want SQL date class. I want util date class at that time. So compiler will confirm which class it takes. For so what compiler do for this stupid type of programming, compiler always rise the exception. He's saying he doesn't know from which class we have to take because in both the classes this date is available. For this stupid type of thing, stupid programmer thing, the compiler will raise the exception saying a reference to date is ambiguous because it's contained in both the file. From which file it comes he doesn't know. So he writes the exception. So it's not recommended to take like that. Mhm. Because writes the exception. I think I say that about precedence. If I take the array list as like that, because in last case the both are same because both are implicit. From which implicit? Because both have same precedence. Because both are having implicit. But there is another thing. There is array list. Array list nahi. There is date which present in util also and SQL also. But I take one package as explicit, but one package as implicit. From which they import. So Java follow a precedent of this order. First it search in explicit class. If it is available, so he will use that class and make an object of it. So I use another type of. First I use the explicit and another import is implicit. So he searches in the explicit import and make the object of the uh, of date class present in util package. Util package. Okay. So as you know, I think you all know one thing it's left. I covered that. This is about explicit about static import. There is one other type of import, static. About a static import I cover in another video. Okay, so today I think that is sufficient.